The next lesson is, what did Americans actually know about the Holocaust? We're going to use what we learned, how we felt about that information, the connections that we made.
I never thought I'd be able to stand here and teach kids about hate and anti-Semitism and the Holocaust, but now that I'm doing it, I cannot do anything else.
It is untrue to hold that the issues is entirely one of the protests against anti-Semitism.
The whole purpose of this class is to learn about how it happened so that we can avoid it from happening.
So we're so fortunate in Palm Beach County. Florida statute requires Holocaust education, but we are able to do so much more than just comply with the law. We can go above and beyond.
If you're talking about combating anti-Semitism and hatred, you've got to be in the schools, and you've got to be able to get to the children.
The school is sending a message to students saying what the school thinks matters.
When you build knowledge, you build confidence. When you build confidence, teachers are more likely to teach it.
The Palm Beach Center to Combat Antisemitism and Hatred has a very close relationship with the Palm Beach County School District.
Leadership starts at the top.
The whole purpose of education is role modeling.
Students look to their principals as role models. So when the role models are well-versed in Holocaust education and they create a culture and a climate on their school that will not tolerate hate of any kind.
Who you choose to have with you matters because they have a voice beyond themselves.
Each teacher can impact thousands of students over the course of their career. A principal can impact thousands of students in 1 year.
And if you get a principal to buy into the importance of this work, you get the whole school.
When we wanted to do a really groundbreaking program with them called the March of the Educators, they were willing to do so.
I think that firsthand experience just takes it to a whole other level.
There is nothing quite so impactful as seeing things for yourself.
The March of the Educators is visionary because you're taking the leadership of these schools and you're giving them this immersive experience.
I think even 9 months later, I'm still thinking about how do we even process what we saw, what we experienced.
You gotta walk the walk. You gotta walk in those shoes. You gotta be there to feel exactly what happened.
When they get there, they feel like they're prepared. They've had that knowledge, but nothing can prepare them for the experience they have.
The thousands of shoes. Just imagining the people at one point was wearing those shoes.
Haunting, and it was overwhelming every day. Every day we experienced something there that was just mind-blowing.
So it was very emotional.
You really don't feel it until you're there. You can't appreciate the vast tragedy.
We just saw some really horrific things that you never really imagine seeing in person.
When you've walked those places and you've seen that history, you become a witness. And once they become a witness, it's their obligation to share what they've learned. And they really do. They take that to heart.
What is it that you can carry back home to your community, back home to your school, to impact the world?
It's important to bring that Holocaust studies education back to our schools and to make sure that it's a thriving program with our kids.
I can make a change. I can be a part of the change. I can teach my kids and I can share with my teachers the importance of never going back, the importance of never allowing this to happen again.
If they set that good example, hopefully that carries on for generations to come.
Having even the smallest amount of influence, I think that everyone will have that subconscious awareness and that little tiny shape of them, maybe before they go say something or before they go post something, it'll stop them a little bit.
We're creating schools that are a beautiful place to learn. That ripple effect trickles down to every last student in the building.
Peace, justice, fair play, and intolerance.
And I think that these kids are actually picking up on it. They notice things when things are wrong. I have to continue making sure that every student who comes into this classroom has that knowledge in the background to make a difference.
The Nazi myth of Aryan supremacy.
And to know that we're actually not alone, and that there are people who really do care and who are really willing to speak up and say, this is not okay.
It's us. This is our time to go and be and do what we want to do and to do it in a positive way and to do it in a kind way.
That's where the impact is. That's where minds are changed. And we have seen examples of that.